Okay. Once again, we will see what is inscribed angle. By the definition, an inscribed angle has its vertex on the circle and its sides are chords. So here in the picture you can see it, BA is a chord. BC is also a chord. So chord BA and chord BC joined at point B, and B is present on the circle. So it become an inscribed angle. That is angle ABC. Understood, student? Angle arc relation. Let's see what is the relation between the angle and arc. As you have seen here, central angle is present. Central angle is equal to its arc. So if central angle is x, arc is also x degree. Okay. Now inscribed angle, half of the arc. Here inscribed angle is equal to half of the arc. So this is the relation between angle and arc. Note down properly. If the arc is x, then inscribed angle will be half of the x. Is it clear to you? Am I audible to you or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Inscribed angle and intercepted arc. Now we are going to see what is intercepted arc. We have seen the inscribed angle, correct? So where the intercepted arc is present, that you should know. Inscribed angle. You can see here, angle ABC is inscribed angle and intercepted arc ADC is the intercepted arc. Is it clear? Just reply in the chat box. Okay. So inscribed angle and intercepted arc. Here intercepted arc is present in front of the inscribed angle. Okay. Arc BA and arc chord BA and chord BC. In front of that arc is present. That arc is called as a intercepted arc. The name of intercepted arc is arc ADC. Inscribed angle. Let's see again, once again, what is the relation between them. Central angle, inscribed angle, and intercepted arc. Is it clear? We have seen that central angle is equal to intercepted arc. Yes or no? Inscribed angle is equal to half of the central angle, which is equal to half of major arc intercepted arc. In the picture you can see it. We know that central angle is equal to intercepted arc. Central angle is equal to intercepted arc, and inscribed angle is equal to half of intercepted arc. Therefore, inscribed angle is equal to half of central angle. So, inscribed angle is equal to half of central angle, which is equal to half of major arc intercepted arc. Let's see what are the corollaries of inscribed angle. Angle inscribed in the same arc are congruent. Angle inscribed in the same arc are congruent. Now some question I will ask, you have to reply. Okay? Okay, let's see the first question. Which arc is intercepted by angle PQR? Fastest finger will be considered first. Again, I'm repeating the question. Which arc is intercepted by angle PQR? I'm not getting the reply. Okay. May I audible to you? Just put Y in the chat box if I'm audible to you.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. So again, I'm giving the answer of this question. Which arc is intercepted by the arc PQR? You can see here arc PQ. So arc PTR. Is it clear? Arc PTR. Which arc is intercepted by angle PSR? So same arc, that is PTR. Now what is the relation between an inscribed angle and the arc intercepted by it? So we have seen inscribed angle is half of the intercepted arc. Is it clear? Central angle theorem corollary. Okay. Now AC is the diameter. AC is the diameter, and the angle formed on diameter is 90 degree. Therefore, the angle inscribed in a semicircle is a right angle. Again, I am repeating. The angle inscribed in a semicircle is a right angle. Okay, but the condition should be on it should be on semicircle. That is, AC is a diameter. Theorem of cyclic quadrilateral. Theorem of cyclic quadrilateral. We are going to see a theorem, that is cyclic quadrilateral. All of you know what is cyclic quadrilateral? First of all, you should know what is cyclic quadrilateral. Today I am not getting the response from the student side.
सर सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट, लेकिन आपको एक भी रिस्पांस नहीं दिख रहा है क्या?
नहीं, रिस्पांस नहीं दिख रहा है. That's I'm asking whether the chat box is closed or what.
आपको एक भी नहीं दिख रहा है सर, क्योंकि मुझे
रिस्पांस नहीं दिख रहा है.
एक सेटिंग बताया था शिवांगी टीचर ने, इसके लिए मैंने वो चेंज किया. शायद इसके लिए हो सकता है.
Maybe I am not getting the response.
ओके सर, मैं सेटिंग चेंज कर देती हूँ.
Okay, just.
सर 1 मिनट.
Okay.
Now maybe you will get that.
Okay.
One thing for students. Students, I am telling you that I think you all should know what should be your rename for a lecture. Yes. First of all, you have to put your name, then surname, then
Yes.
slash. I think slash standard 10 slash your division slash your roll number in 2 digit. Okay. Yes, Pranjal. Okay, sir, you can continue.
Okay, let's see the theorem of cyclic quadrilateral. Let's see what is cyclic quadrilateral. Yes, all vertices of a quadrilateral which lies on the circle, means the 4 vertex should be present on the circle. That is a cyclic quadrilateral. Let's see what is the theorem of cyclic quadrilateral. The sum of either pair of opposite angle of cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degree. Now, given, what is given now in the cyclic quadrilateral? ABCD cyclic quadrilateral means the vertex A, B, C, D are present on the circle with center O. What we have to prove? We have to prove that angle BAD plus angle BCD is equal to 180 degree. Angle ABC plus angle ADC is equal to 180 degree. That we have to prove. Okay. Let's see the proof. Now in the diagram, you can see here ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay. Now in that quadrilateral, you can see angle in the same segment are equal. Okay. So angle 5 is equal to angle 8. Angle 5 is equal to angle 8. Is it clear? So AB is the segment. AB is the segment. So that in that segment, angle ADB is equal to angle ACB. Is it clear? Therefore, angle 5 is equal to angle 8. Take it as a equation number 1. Now, when we choose chord BC, correct? When we take chord BC, then same reason, angle in same segment are equal. So which angle will be congruent? angle 1 is equal to angle 6. You can see in the diagram, angle BAC is equal to angle BDC, correct? Now come to the third diagram, chord CD. Select chord CD. Same reason, angles in the same segment are equal. So angle 2 is equal to angle 4. You can see here, angle DAC is equal to angle DBC, correct? Okay, come to the fourth diagram. Here we are going to select chord AD. The reason is same. Angle in same segments are equal. Therefore, angle 7 is equal to angle 3. Let's see where angle 3 and 7 is present. So, angle ABD is equal to angle ACD. So, we have named it the equation 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. By angle sum property, add all the angles. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. As you know that. Okay. Angle A have 1, 2. Angle B have 3, 4. Angle C have 7, 8. And angle D have 6, 5. Okay. So we will add angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360. So we will write down angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 7 plus angle 8 plus angle 5 plus angle 6 is equal to 360 degree. Okay. After that we will arrange it. We will arrange it. How we are going to arrange? We are going to arrange from 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to arrange left hand side and right hand side. We know that. See here in the bracket I have written from 1, 2, 3, 4. Angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 6 plus angle 5. And right side it is written angle 7 plus angle 2 plus angle 1 plus angle 8. Because we have seen that angle 3 is equal to angle 7, angle 4 is equal to angle 2, angle 6 is equal to angle 1, and angle 5 is equal to angle 8. So we will arrange like that. So angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 7 plus angle 8 in one bracket, and then plus angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 plus angle 6 in one bracket, which is equal to 360 degree. Okay. Now, because 1 is equal to 6, correct? 1 is equal to 6. So we are going, because both are same, so we will take as twice of angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 7 plus angle 8 is equal to 360. Now 2 will go to the right side and divide 360. So angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 7 plus angle 8 is equal to 180 degree. Is it clear? But we know that angle 1 plus angle 2 is angle BAD plus angle 7 plus angle 8 is angle BCD. Therefore, angle BAD plus angle BCD is equal to 180 degree. Similarly, we can prove that angle ABC plus angle ADC is equal to 180 degree. So I think you understood properly. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, very good. Yes, in this way you have to reply. Very good. Okay. Now we are going to one more correlate. Okay. Corollary of cyclic quadrilateral theorem. Okay. An exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is congruent to the angle opposite to its adjacent interior angle. Once again, I am repeating. An exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is congruent to the angle opposite to its adjacent interior angle. Okay. We will not prove it. Just you have to remember this. Converse of cyclic quadrilateral theorem. If a pair of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is supplementary, the quadrilateral is cyclic. Is it clear? If a pair of opposite angles of a quadrilateral is supplementary, the quadrilateral is cyclic. You know what is supplementary? Yes or no? What is supplementary? Can you tell me? What is the degree of supplementary? Yes, very good, very good. 180 degree, yeah, correct. Let's see. So you know. Let's see one more theorem. If 2 points on a given line, suppose we are going to take a line whose name is AD. If 2 points on a given line subtends equal angle, that is angle ABC is equal to angle ACD. If 2 points on a given line subtends equal angles at two distinct points which lies on the same side, so angle B and angle C are on the same side of the line, then the 4 points are concyclic. Is it clear? Again I am repeating. If 2 points on a given line subtends equal angle. Now here angle ABD and angle ACD are equal and they are like present on the same side, okay, of the line, then the 4 points are concyclic. Is it clear to you? Now what we have to remember here, it is very important. Just see, you can see the diagram here. Correct? What you have to remember here, you can see angle AEC. Angle AEC is equal to angle, can you tell me? Angle AEC is equal to which angle? Okay, many have tried. Yeah. Many have tried. Okay, let's see. Angle AEC is equal to half of major arc AC plus major arc BD. You can see in the diagram, half of major arc AC. You can see the arc AC plus major arc BD. Okay, angle AEC is equal to half of major arc AC plus major arc BD. Okay, you can see here now, this is major arc AC and this is major arc BD. Correct? Now second point, you can take the second one also, angle CEB. You can see here now, angle CEB is equal to half of major arc AD. You can see the arc AD. plus major arc BC. You can see BC. Is it clear? Okay. So I think all of you understood this point. Yes or no? So shall we start the exercise, that is practice set 3.4? Okay. Practice set 3.4. You can see in the practice 3.4, PQRS is a cyclic quadrilateral. Is it clear? PQRS is a cyclic quadrilateral. In that, side PQ congruent to side RQ. PQ congruent to side RQ. Now what we have to find here? We have to find the measure of angle PQR. Okay? Arc PQR, measure arc QR, and measure of angle PRQ. Again, I am repeating, we have to find measure of angle PQR, measure arc PQR, measure arc QR, and measure of angle PRQ. That we have to find. Shall we start? You are ready? Okay. Come on now. Now we know that PQR is a cyclic quadrilateral, correct? So measure of all angle is 360 degree. Yes or no? Correct? Yes. So measure of all angle is 360 degree, means angle P plus angle Q plus angle R plus angle S is equal to 360 degree. Now we know something is given, that is PQ congruent to side RQ. That is side PQ congruent to side RQ. Correct? So PSR is 110 degree. That is also given. It is also given. Okay? PSR is 110 degree. It is given. Now, angle PQR. Angle PQR plus angle PSR is equal to 180 degree by theorem, cyclic theorem. Correct? Now, we know the value of angle PSR. Put the value of PSR, that is 110 degree. Correct? So, measure arc PQR plus 110 is equal to you can see here. So, measure arc PQR is equal to 180 minus 110. So, what remains now? After subtraction, 70. Yes, very good. So, measure angle PQR is equal to 70 degree. Yes, very good. Now, second question. Measure arc PQR is equal to, measure arc PQR is equal to twice of measure arc angle PSR. Do you know the angle PSR? What is angle PSR? It is given. Yes. Sanskriti had given the first answer. Correct, Sanskriti. So, measure arc PQR is equal to twice of angle PSR. We know the angle PSR, that is 110 degree. Correct? So 2 into 110, that is 220 degree. Many of students have replied also. So you are very smart. You can use the mobile, very handy. You are typing also, you are listening also. Very good. But you should understood first and then you type. Okay. Let's see the third one. Okay. S side PQ is equal to side RQ. Correct. Therefore, arc PQ is equal to arc RQ. Arc PQ is equal to arc RQ. Now, very important. Measure RQR. You can see in the diagram. Measure arc QR. You can see RQR plus measure arc PQ is equal to 220. Is it clear? So what we will do, we will replace PQ and we will write QR. So it become measure arc QR plus measure arc QR is equal to 220. Okay. Now as we know that twice of measure arc QR is equal to 220 because QR plus QR is there. So twice it becomes twice. 2 into measure RQR is equal to 220. So 2 will go to the right side. This 2 will go to right side here and it will divide. And it will divide there. So measure RQR is equal to 110. So you are agree, na? Okay. Let's start the fourth one. Measure of angle PRQ is equal to half of measure arc PQ. You know the theorem, correct? Yes or no? Measure of angle PRQ, you can see PRQ, correct? That is equal to half of measure arc PQ. You can see the arc PQ here. Inscribed angle is equal to half of intercepted arc. That is the reason. Okay. So angle PRQ is equal to half of measure arc PQ. So we know the measure arc PQ. What is that? Yes, Neha has replied first. Very good, Neha. So measure arc PRQ is equal to half of 110 degree. So what will be the measure arc PRQ? If we divide 110 by 2, that is 55. Okay. So all of you understood? If here up to here, if you have understood, just put only Y. Yes, Neha has done first. Okay. Show thumbs in a chat box. Fastest finger will be considered. Show thumb. Okay, okay. Very good. Okay, no problem. If you are on PC, then no problem. Okay, Sanskriti, no problem is there. You understood, that is very important. Okay, let's move to the fourth question in that exercise. Are you ready? Okay. See the diagram here. O is the center. O is the center, correct? RS is the diameter. Okay. T is the exterior point. You can see the diagram now. O is the center, RS is the diameter, and point T is present outside the circle. That is the exterior point. Okay. Correct. RS is the diameter of the circle with center O. Point T lies in the exterior of the circle What we have to prove now? We have to prove that angle RTS is an acute angle. RTS. We have to prove that it is a acute angle. RTS is an acute angle. That we have to prove. So what we have to write first? What we have to write? Yes, Neha, very good. We have to write given first. Neha has given the first answer. So Neha, very good. Keep it up. We have to write given first. After that, what we have to write? To prove. Drishti has written first. Drishti, correct. We have, after given, we have to write to prove. After that, if construction is there, then we have to write construction, and if construction is not there, then we have to write proof. Okay, both condition is there. Na? If construction will be there, then we have to write the construction first before the proof, and then we have to proceed. Okay, let's see now what it is given. Segment RS is the diameter of the circle, correct, with center O. What we have to prove? Angle RTS is an acute angle. Now we have to construct also. Construct ray TR and TS. Okay. Next. At point U and V. Segment RS is a diameter, we know that, of the circle with center O, so it makes semicircle, okay, of measurement 180 degree, as we know that. So I have not labeled here, but you have to label U and V. Okay, now angle RTS is equal to half of measure R, RS, minus major arc UV. Is it clear? I will show in the diagram where and how you have to label it so that you will get the answer. Proof: segment RS is the diameter of the circle with center O. As we know that RS is a diameter, and if any angle is drawn. Now suppose we will take a point here. Is it clear? So RTS angle wait, yeah. In question number 7, here one diagram is given, that is major arc NS is 125 degree. Major arc NS is 125 degree. Major arc EF is equal to 37 degree. It is given. Find the measure of angle NMS. Okay. So in the solution, we are going to see major arc NS is equal to 125 degree. It is given. Major arc EF is 37. It is also given. So measure angle NMS is equal to half of measure arc NS minus measure arc EF. Now here, if the vertex is outside the circle, if the vertex here NM and SM meeting at outside, correct? When they are meeting at outside, on that time we are using this formula. What is that formula? Angle NMS is equal to half of measure arc NS minus measure arc EF. And same formula I have taken in the sixth question also. Same formula I have taken in the sixth question. Same formula I have used there. Okay. Now we know measure arc NS. We know measure arc EF. Now substitute the value. So angle NMS is equal to half of, in the bracket, 125 degree minus 37. So what is the answer? 125 minus 37. Neha has given first answer. Okay, Neha, very good. That is 88. Now divide by 2. Now divide by 2. That is angle NMS is 44 degree. Is it clear? Now we will revise what we have learned. Correct?
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but Shivangi teacher wants to speak something.
Okay. Yes, Shivangi teacher, please.